YouTube. What's going on, guys? Red Mr. NFC Ninja. Well, you're back with a disappointing 0-0 draw. Let's move on to the tactics screen, guys. As you can see here, this was my predicted team. If you saw my last video, it is pretty much this, and I just go through it in a slightly little bit more detail. But yeah, if you've not seen that video, go across quickly, watch the preview and what I talk about, and the players who I think's in, who I think's out. But cutting long story short, guys, this was pretty much my starting 11 that I predicted, the Klopps subs and the injuries and people who weren't made the squad. So have a pause and yeah, just continue when you're ready. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go straight across to Klopp's actual team and everything that I guess did not happen in this Everton game. And welcome back, guys. So, oops, excuse me, got the hiccups. As you can see, guys, there was some serious changes going on. Let's just quickly run through Klopps. I said Klopps starting 11 and Klopps substitutions. So as you can see, in comparison to my starting 11 from the preview, it was drastically different. Like, obviously, I went for Alisson. Klopp has gone for Alisson. I went for Van Dijk and Motm. Klopp has gone for Van Dijk and Motm. I just had a feeling that he would just start over Gomez. I think Motm is Klopp's first choice alongside VVD. Honestly, I think I stand by that as well. I go with it. I think Motm is better in the air. He's not bad in terms of pace. I also think on the ball, like playing balls in, being comfortable, I think he's better than Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez is definitely faster and more physical, possibly. He's a strong boy, old Gomi. Right wing back, Alexander-Arnold, as anyone expected. And then Milner came in for Robertson. Yeah, I kind of call him that because he kind of plays like a Spanish left back, Robertson, instead of Robertson. Just a little thing I do. Robertson, what's going on there, guys? Has he got a little injury or something? Did he pick something up in training? Anyways, Milner was given the nod. Unfortunately, yeah, he came off injured. I think it was around about half time or just before half time, which isn't cool. But that was a change I didn't see coming. I thought Robertson would be, you know, starting. My midfield, I went with Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Wijnaldum. The only one that started from my starting 11 was obviously Henderson. Fabinho came in, and Naby Keita got a start. I'm not surprised Naby Keita got a start because he's not even had any game time. So I kind of think Klopp was just thinking, you know, you've not played for a while. Get in there, son. You're fit now. I need to see something from you. I paid some money for you. You need to give me something. And fair play to Keita. Apparently he was a lot of people's man of the match first half. And from what I saw, I started watching from, I think, the 30 minute mark. And he was looking good. He was looking good. What can I say? I rate Keita. I think he's a good player. I just don't think he is Klopp's first choice style of player when, you know, the cookie comes to the crunch. That's just my opinion. I understand the way Klopp wants to play. He wants to be solid and he wants a lot of hard work rate. And I think Keita, and like a lot of others, Keita, Minamino, Oxlade-Chamberlain, they are kind of Shaqiri. They are kind of they're the options from the bench. They're kind of like the squad, you know. If we're losing, got to pull back the score. He looks towards those guys. If we're drawing, need something a bit more. He looks to those guys. So that's why they're there. They're not there to start as first team players. This is crystal clear. Let's move on. Obviously, Fabinho came in. Keita was there. Henderson. Yeah, Henderson, rightfully so. He was boss. He was in boss form, keeping Fabinho out of the side before the COVID all started. And up front, guys, Klopp went with Firmino, Mane, and Minamino. Yeah, 2 out of 3. Salah, don't know why Salah was on the bench. This is interesting. During this COVID period, he's been linked with a lot of teams. He's what, 28, 27, 28, something like that. Had a birthday recently because I saw him on Instagram. Yeah, we might sell him, guys. We might sell him in the summer. It might be a thing where Klopps. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's Klopp could be keeping him fit. You know, you got the Palace game at home, and then we've got the City game. But Everton is a derby. Like, surely, why would Salah not want to play? If he doesn't play the next game against Palace, something is up. I know we had the friendly against Blackburn, and there was rumours he picked up a knock, but you know, Klopp said all the players are fine. Klopp said they're all fine. Minamino hasn't seen any game time whatsoever. Practically, poor guy. He's come from Salzburg. I can't even remember where he come from now. I'm sure I know it was one of those teams out there anyway. And he's not seen any game time. So this could be a thing where Salah just sits out of a game, really, and Minamino just has a game, and then Minamino's back to the bench, and literally it's like that. And now Minamino won't see any more game time apart from a few sub appearances until next season. When you're trying to wrap up the title, you know, you put your best players on. If we win today, we beat Palace at home, it's done. Like, why not? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. For me, the whole Salah thing points to he's possibly leaving. I've just got a funny feeling, guys. Substitutes, Klopp went with Origi. Harvey Elliott made an appearance on the bench. I imagine that. I didn't see that one coming. Not gonna lie. Although, guys, I didn't know there was allowed 9 substitutions. I thought it was still 7, but because of the whole COVID thing, they've added 2 extra, and you're allowed to use 5 of the 9. I was where you could use 5, but I didn't know they had an extra 9. I thought it was 5 of the 7. In my preview, I only had 7 substitutions, and obviously Klopps added Harvey Elliott and Williams to the roster. So yeah, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Gini Wijnaldum, Lovren. I told you Lovren would sneak in there, guys, and I told you that Gomez would be in there too, because you kind of need 2 centre backs. Is it 2 centre backs or 1 centre back? 2 centre backs, 1 striker, 3 midfielders. Generally gives you the cover, general cover, for a 90-minute game. So I just knew Lovren was getting. Lovren never gets left out. Klopp loves Lovren, and I think because we whack him so much about things he does, like today he nearly cost us again. I usually side for Lovren a lot. I don't think he deserves. But today he was really rusty. But all the players were kind of rusty. Like, guys, I'm gutted we drew, but these players ain't played for months. Like, there's no rhythm. They're like, everyone, they have to get up to speed, and I don't even think we're gonna get up to speed in time. Like, before the season's finished, I think we'll get to match 6 or 7, and we'll be looking. Yeah, I don't know. Adrian was the backup goalkeeper, and obviously Salah, and obviously, as I said, Williams. Injuries, Shaqiri, I think he's off personally, but yeah, again, he's still injured. I think he's done out here. He's done. I don't think we'll see him again this season. Something's happened. He's not fit, or he's a recurring injury, or he's falling out of Klopp. Don't know. Lallana, no idea what happened to Lallana. Just not made the squad, I guess. Just, you know, but signed a few months extension or something, I heard. Robertson, not sure what happened to him. Score prediction was 3-0. Yeah, I was well off the mark for that one. 0-0, no scorers. So all my scoring predictions was wrong. Man of the match. Who was our man of the match? Probably Naby Keita. I think the majority of fans went with Naby Keita. I probably have to agree. I think Mane was in the thick of it quite a bit. But yeah, I think we go with Keita. So unlucky Mane. Over to substitutions, guys. And yeah, as you know, Motm picked up an injury, and he was substituted for Dejan Lovren. Milner also came off for Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez played at left back. So yeah, I think he done a really good job actually. He looked better going forward from the left, in a left wing back position, than he does on the right. That's really interesting. I mean, Klopp was just trying out different things. It felt like he was just so comfortable that he thought, oh, you know what, I'm going to try a few things today. Obviously, you know, he didn't choose Gomez initially to play there because Milner started there, but I don't know, man. That's quite, you know, one for the future. You know, Joe Gomez can do it. Whether he feels comfortable doing it is another story. But you know, he looked really good to me. He looked really good, better than down the right wing. I'm not gonna lie. Naby Keita came off for Gini Wijnaldum. Takumi Minamino also came off. That was at halftime. Straight swap. I really feel like that one was just a run out for Takumi to a bit of just a run out, just a basic run out, honestly. Roberto Firmino came off for Divock Origi. Weirdly, guys, we played with Mane through the middle and Divock on the left. I don't really understand what that was about. And Klopp does this thing where Divock, my God, continuously just plays on the left. I mean, why is that happening? Why is Divock not central and Mane on the left here? It makes no sense. I saw balls going into Mane and he's like 5'0", and you've got Origi on the wing. It made no sense. I do not understand it, guys. It's just utterly confusing. So let's go for the player ratings quickly. Alisson, I thought he was fantastic. I'm gonna give him a 9. He made some crucial saves towards the end. Virgil van Dijk, I'm gonna give him an 8. I mean, all the attackers just play on Lovren or the other defender. It's he doesn't get, like, everyone knows he's so good that they just don't try, and they always go to the weaker centre back. Calvert-Lewin was doing it. Richarlison was doing it. It's because, you know, he's that damn good. Dejan Lovren, I'm just gonna give him a 5. I'm just giving him a flat 5. Joel Matip, I'm gonna give a 7. Milner, I'm gonna give Milner a 5. Minamino, I'm gonna give him a 5. Naby Keita, I'm gonna give him an 7.5. Fabinho, gonna give him a 7. Jordan Henderson, 7. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I'm gonna give him a 7. Wijnaldum, I'm gonna give him 5, just because he didn't really do much when he came on as a sub. So just a standard performance. Not crap, but not amazing. Divock Origi, same. I'm gonna give him a 5. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, I thought it was disappointing. He had a whole half. He lost the ball on a good few occasions. I'm gonna give him a 6.5. Mane was probably behind Keita and one of our best performers today. I'm going to give him a 7. I'll give him a 7.5. Although he's behind Keita, it weren't much of a difference. I thought those two were pretty much the dudes of the best of the bunch today. Roberto Firmino, probably a 7. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. So those are the player ratings. And I guess now we move on to the home game, which is going to feel exactly the same as today's game, or yesterday's game rather, depending on when you listen to this, or the day after. So guys, let's move on to the Liverpool versus Palace preview from Anfield. So welcome back, guys. And as you can see, I've blanked out the screen completely because we are about to go for my predicted starting lineup versus Crystal Palace. There's been some changes, so let's get straight into it. First of all, guys, we're going to start off with the injury list. We're going to start off with a drop from the squad. Players drop from the squad. So, yeah, Curtis Jones, Ki-Jana Hoover, these two could actually make the bench. Let's face it. you know, the injuries we supposedly have at the moment, it's, yeah, feasible. Moving on to the actual injury list, Matip, Milner, and Shaqiri. Shaqiri's a goner. I said this before, he's a goner. Milner, it looks like he could be out for the rest of the season. It's a dodgy one. Yeah, I don't know, man. That could be it for him. And, you know, the look on his face when he kind of had that was like, Jesus, I'm gutted. Matip's one was a bit weird. It's like an ankle. I've not heard much about it. I've not really looked into it much, you know. The game is Wednesday. I wanted to have a bit more information on those players and see what I could find and talk to a few people. But, yeah, there's really not much. It's Klopps all locked away in the closet, isn't it? All kept in that treasure chest at Liverpool headquarters. So, is what it is. So, yeah, let's move on, guys. So, you got those three Klopps substitutions. I've gone with Adrian, Lallana, Robertson, Nico Williams, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, Minamino, Harvey Elliott just crept onto the bench again. And guess who? Origi as usual. First name on the subs bench. Yep. So those are my subs, guys. And you can probably work out what my starting lineup is probably going to be. Let's get straight into it. Why not? Salah, Firmino, Mane, Henderson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Trent Alexander-Arnold, VVD, Dejan Lovren, Joe Gomez, and Alisson. You're probably thinking, okay, that's pretty straightforward, but how comes, you know, Gomez, Trent? Well, I got a weird thing. I've heard nothing on Robertson, and so I think no news is bad news. So I think at most he'll be on the bench. Worst comes to worst, we need that injection of pace. Gomez comes off, Trent switches to the right, Robertson comes on for that a little bit of injection down the left side. Palace are tough in midfield, they're battlers. I don't think Klopp loves this midfield, and he wanted to get all these guys game time. If you look at the last match, Henderson, Fabinho, right, and Wijnaldum came on. He wanted them to be in good condition. Some of them he might feel like are in really good condition, like Salah, like Mane. Well, Salah didn't play, but I don't know, maybe there was a reason for it. Obviously, he had the talk about the injury. But guys, I just think that Zaha, if you have to play Lovren next to Van Dijk, and then you have Trent next to Lovren and Trent are a bad pairing. I don't think they do particularly well together. Trent isn't the best defensively, but I think he's really, really good defensively. People slate him just because he's got a little innocent, born in Liverpool, small frame, you know, kind of young, don't really give it on the pitch. He's not really, you know. Robertson, on the other hand, he's got a bit of the devil in him. Gives as good as he gets, like gets proper stuck in there. He's a bit of a lad. So I feel like no one really kind of, you know, picks on Robertson in that kind of way. But Trent's kind of like the little scapegoat on that side. Oh, he can't defend. I think he defends bloody well. I'm not gonna lie. Someone that gets right up the pitch and does as much as he does in the final third, I think he defends amazing on the counter-attack. It is so hard to defend on the counter-attack as well as he does. So yeah, I think they will switch him to the left side and then put Joe Gomez up against Zaha. Joe Gomez strong, fast. It will be interesting. I just think it balances that back line better. If Trent is a weakness at left back, then it's shored up by Van Dijk being next to him. And then if you have a little bit of weakness next to Van Dijk can keep Overwatch. And then if Lovren ever gets kind of a bit in doubt or has some bad moments, then Gomez can kind of, he knows what to do if he ever has to take hold of that centre back position. Maybe Lovren gets dragged out or dragged to the ball. You know, Gomez can fill in there. Trent won't fill in that spot. I just feel like having Gomez next to Lovren goes missing a lot. So Gomez would be comfortable filling in. Like I said a little while ago, and I don't think that will happen on Van Dijk's side. Van Dijk will very rarely get dragged out, so Trent won't need to cover. And it's the same when Matip plays. Matip is more similar to Van Dijk in terms of centre-back abilities, the way he plays centre-back, the way he plays the position. He's not put in the position, he plays the position. When he plays there, Trent doesn't have to cover because he's always organised and always sits in with Van Dijk. But Lovren doesn't. Lovren gets dragged around here, there and everywhere. And so it leaves, you have to cover him a lot. So I feel like having Gomez there, he has the experience in Lovren's position if Lovren does get pulled about. And he's not a bad right back in fairness either. I don't like him there. Ultimately, I'd rather Trent there. Ultimately, I'd rather Trent, right back, and then Gomez centre with Van Dijk, and then have Robertson on the pitch. Yeah, left back. But wouldn't we all? So, but that, guys, is I kind of feel like Klopp might do something like that. So that's my prediction. If Robertson's fit, then it will be Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez, probably, and then Trent Alexander-Arnold. And then the rest of the team is debatable. This is just my prediction on what I feel like Klopp might do. As I said before, I feel like Crystal Palace is going to be solid in the middle. They're going to come to play. They're in good form. They look fit and firing. It was against Bournemouth, I think, if I stand corrected. Bournemouth was poor. They've been poor for a while. Relegation for them if they continue that form. And then obviously Southampton are another team which are really, really good at the moment. But again, they played Norwich, who can't defend for donkeys, whatever. And they're sitting bottom of the table and are probably relegated. So are Crystal Palace and Southampton really looking that good? It's questionable. And it's at Anfield, and our amazing record is on the line. No defeats in how long? I literally cannot remember. So I just think Salah will be back. Mane, I feel like he was firing. He was in good form. Roberto Firmino had a good had a good 60 minutes or something. Yeah, I feel like if Liverpool had kept that same team from the first half that started and went to like the 70-minute mark, I reckon we would have won the game. I really do. Naby Keita was bossing the first half, but I reckon it's going to be a bit more of a battle this game. It's a bit more physical. So yeah, this is my starting lineup. Those are my substitutes. A quick run through on the subs. Really, I mean, Harvey Elliott, I think he has every chance. We have, I think, we have nine men available, and I think 5 are allowed to be used. Williams has got every chance of getting on at some point. You never know, injury to Gomez or whatever, so he needs to be there. I think Robertson will be on the bench. I think we will avoid using him if possible. I think Lallana sneaks into the squad. The bench due to obviously the injuries to Milner and Matip. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, Minamino. Yeah, definitely going to be on the bench. I imagine. Obviously, Adrian, backup goalkeeper in case anything happens to Alisson. So guys, who is going to be my predicted man of the match? Well, obviously, I feel like he's in good form. I'm going to give him another shot. His name is Sadio Mane. Why not? The score. Predicted score, boys. Predicted score. Wow. This is crazy. And I don't want to say it, but I got a feeling it's going to be 1-1. It's so painful to say it. It really is. It's so painful. But yeah, I think 1-1. And I think Mane's going to grab the goal. Guys, I want a 3-0 or 4-0. Let's be serious. I don't know. I just think it's going to be tough. It's going to be yeah, I don't know where our momentum is. Like, we've won the league. The league's done. I've been on Twitter and I've been seeing people saying about if we throw it away, we're never going to live this down and I will stop supporting this team. And mate, it's nonsense. We are not losing the league. The league is done. We could draw all our games to the end of the season and still win the league. It's done. It's over. It's just about, when do these players actually want to win it? Like, it's going to happen. I just got a weird feeling it's going to be a draw, and we'll probably go to Etihad and win. I mean, City are in damn good form, and I don't want to rely on that, but that would be amazing if we won the title at the Etihad. That would be fantastic. Although beating Palace and then Man City slipping up against Chelsea would be amazing, because then I think we'll get a guard of honour at the Etihad. And then if we beat them at the Etihad, it's a bit of a nothing game. But if we was to beat them at the Etihad after getting a guard of honour, oh, that would be just so delightful. That would be amazing, wouldn't it, guys? Just absolutely amazing. 1-1 draw. Sadio Mane Predicted score 1-1. Man of the match. Yes. So guys, I think that is my preview for Liverpool versus Crystal Palace game. Nailed. So guys, I have been Red Mr. LFC Ninja, and I will see you all soon. Let's do this.